Tonight, I'd like to just read a proclamation along with my fellow legislators from the Rockland County Legislature to the Honorable Jeffrey S. Oppenheimer, MD. Oppenheim, sorry. Apologize. Whereas, as the representative body of Rockland County, it is fitting that this legislature recognize individuals who make significant contributions towards the improvement of the quality of life that our residents appreciate. We would like to acknowledge Jeffrey Oppenheim tonight and wish him great success. Thank you.
Not that quiet.
And tonight, April 13, 2013, in the county of Rockland, is the Honorable Jeffrey S. Oppenheimer, MD, Day in Rockland County. Congratulations, sir. And on behalf of the county committee, I'd like to ask the 10 town chairs to join me in making the highest award that we make here in Rockland County. It's called our Eagle Award. To the Honorable Jeffrey S. Oppenheim, Mayor of Montebello, Business Leader of the Year, for the inspiration you have given to us by your example of excellence in citizenship, loyalty, dedication, selfless interest, and helping further the spirit of the American dream. With deep respect and appreciation from the Rockland County Republican Committee. Congratulations, Doc. Ladies and gentlemen, there are numerous awards up here on the podium. We'll get around to them a little bit later. But right now, we have your attention for our Business Leader of the Year, Dr. Jeffrey Oppenheimer.
Well, thank you. That was an introduction that my father would have loved, and I know my mother would believe. I'm just really especially delighted to be honored at a Lincoln Day event. You know, in just 272 words, Lincoln in his Gettysburg Address proved that a great speech can be very brief, and I'm going to try and follow his example. I want to thank every one of you for coming here tonight, and I want to welcome you to the village of Montebello, where our property tax rates are low, and our property values are high, and businesses are welcome. I want to thank Chairman Rita and my friends on the Key Club for honoring me here tonight, and I want to particularly thank Joe Lagana and Kenny Hype, and also Georgia Gentile, who put on this spectacular dinner. Let's just give them a round of applause, please. I also want to recognize State Chairman Ed Cox, who's here. Thank you, and all the county chairmen who are here. I can't name everyone by name. Thank you for your great work, sir. And I want to thank my friends and my family who are here tonight with me. It means so much to me that you're all here. You know, people often ask me, how are you able to balance a busy career as a neurosurgeon and also play an active role as the mayor of Montebello? Well, the honest answer is that I'm fortunate to have a really great wife who supports what she endearingly calls the Jeff Oppenheim Show. Although I know at home I still rank #2 to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I think that's just further proof of the saying that politics is just show business for ugly people. Which means I may have a future in this too. I want to thank Warren Burbin, who I think is out here tonight. Warren is our village attorney. He's one of the founders of the village of Montebello, and Warren he actually helped choose the name Montebello. And Warren, I want to thank you for sparing me a frantic phone call from my mother last week by not naming the village Spring Alley or Bling Valley. You know, being named Businessman of the Year by any group is an honor, but being named and recognized by the Republican Party is truly special. Because I am, as many of my friends and all my family knows, so dedicated to the principles of this party. I believe that personal liberty is above all what makes the United States an exceptional country. And I believe in the principle that says that government should not discourage individual initiative or free enterprise. Because as Abraham Lincoln once observed, you cannot build character and courage by taking away a man's initiative and his independence. And I believe in the principle that demands fiscal responsibility from our government and accountability from each other. And I also believe that the addictive narcotic of endless government spending and borrowing is a really cruel injustice to those of us who are frugal and self-reliant. And that's why I'm proud to say I am a Republican. But as the mayor of a small village, I want to offer you just one thought tonight that you might use at some point when you're debating, let's say, a Democrat. And that is, we're all in this together. And nowhere more so than at the local level. You know, we may hold different principles dearly, or we may even hold different versions of the same principles. But I suggest to you that the reason that the United States is a great country is not a function of our genotype or because of divine providence, but it's because of the function of a vibrant two-party system at every level that responds to every point with a counterpoint and to every proponent with an opponent. And that is the dialectic. That is the dialectic that drives our success. You know, societies that permit only one party to dominate are doomed to failure. They're consumed by extremism precisely because they lack the ability of self-examination and self-criticism. And just as the checks and balances of our judicial and our legislative and our executive branch are essential, so too are the checks and balances offered by a vital two-party system. I believe now our responsibility is to preserve that two-party system. And even the most ardent Democrats amongst us, and there are a few in this room, know that in a county such as ours, and in a state like New York, where Democrats enjoy a large majority, unchecked domination by one party will lead to ruin. And that's really why I'm so grateful for the hard work of Chairman Cox, who's helped keep our state government in check. Thank you, sir. And it's another reason why I believe it's so essential that we elect Ed Day as our next county executive. You know, unchecked, an overpowering single party, really of either party, can lead us astray. And that's why I call on each of you to stay involved with local government. Participate in supporting our candidates, and enlist your friends to come out and support and get involved. Now, in just 6 weeks from today, we're going to gather on Memorial Day to honor the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. Here in Montebello, we're going to hold a service on May 26th in front of Village Hall, and I want to invite everybody to join us. Each year we invite a local 5th grader to read Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And this year, we're also going to be joined by U.S. Army Captain Paul Buca, who is one of only a handful of living West Point graduates to have received the Congressional Medal of Honor. Captain Buca was cited for extraordinary heroism in fearlessly facing deadly fire from an entire battalion of North Vietnamese regulars, and he led his force in defeating that superior enemy force. I believe the lesson to be learned from men like Abraham Lincoln and Paul Buca is the necessity of perseverance under adversity. And as Republicans in lower New York State, we're no strangers to adversity or being vastly outnumbered. But I think this is an important lesson for politicians, for businessmen, and even for neurosurgeons. As Ed Day said earlier, Lincoln's famous quote, "You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today." And I am committed, as each of you are, to making sure that our Republican Party perseveres and succeeds not just for our benefit today, but for the future of our county, our state, and our country. And I just want to say to each one of you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, how much I'm so honored that you've honored me here today. And I thank you all so deeply. Thank you.
Dr. Oppenheim, would you please escort your lovely wife to the podium?
Absolutely. The First Lady. My First Lady.
Ann Oppenheim, you know they say behind every man is a good woman. Well, this is a very fine woman, and it is our pleasure to present you with this ceremony bouquet. I'm reminded she's the First Lady of Montebello. Now be patient, the program's almost over. I'm going to ask the people in the back of the room on my left, if you please hold it down. We're going to get rid of this part of the program, and then we're going to give you some dining and dancing, and then we'll have to hear from our keynote address. You know, every year we select a committee member of the year, and it is my great pleasure this year to make that presentation on behalf of the 5-town chairman and myself, a committee member that has been a committee member for 25 years, has served on the county executive committee with me for 20 years.